Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Just quickly, obviously, having a look at the ASX 200. I think it's sort of pretty poor price action in a way. We did pretty well early on, and we came back at the end of the day, and we're just holding above that sort of short-term moving average. I've got a feeling we're going to struggle. Just the way we traded there, I think we're going to struggle to hold over that average in the short term, and I still think obviously that 5,400 is going to be a sort of hopefully give us some support by the end of the week. But I do still think we're obviously on the way down over the next 3 days. I did say I wasn't going to put out any trends on because I'm not really that bullish in the market, but I couldn't really help myself with FXL. Again, I do think obviously even if the market comes up a little bit, this will still keep trending up. It's been sold down from as high as 470, came down as low as this sort of 174 mark, and now it's starting to fight its way up. And I think a fantastic announcement today. It's pretty bullish. Worth going. I think the net profit was up about 8%, which is pretty incredible for a stock that's obviously been sold down over last year. And I think if you actually read through the report, they're pretty bullish on pretty decent earnings growth over the next year. So potentially an opportunity, and obviously it's now sort of just from a charting point of view, trading nicely above that sort of long-term moving average. And again, this whopping big green candle on the daily, I actually love it, with a nice little buy signal. So you'd really expect this to have another jump up tomorrow, and hopefully it will. And maybe that sort of $3 level could certainly be a short-term target. We'll see, and hopefully that'll work for us. I won't obviously go. Obviously the trending stocks are looking fine. The only one we got on at the moment we're holding is VOC. Again, get a lot of people. Don't panic. It's just the way this stock moves. Did this for August last year. It will come down. We'll hold this moving average, then she's off again to the races. I think. Any company, like I say, I keep saying to you this point, but it's growing its earnings by 455%, and these are sort of companies we like to buy. And if again, just waiting to put this as another buy, so top up on the deal. I've had quite a few people asking me a little bit. We get a lot of success on the 10 baggers, but then suddenly you get some ones that sort of trade just a little bit weak. And unfortunately, this is how they move. And often, some of the biggest 10 baggers, the ones that have the biggest possible growth potential, and the ones like sort of Eden Energy, it's gone from 4 cents to 35 cents, and RAP went from 8 cents to 40 or 45. None of these companies have any revenue, and if you haven't got revenue, what it does, it doesn't really put a floor under the share price, so that the stocks have to shore up their revenue. I think Buddy put out a really good announcement today, and it's doing everything right. Now, I think ever since really its listing, it's done everything by the book. It understands what the market wants. The market wants to see revenue, and that's what Buddy's doing now. I think Buddy, as long as it sort of keeps implementing its strategies, it won't be long before you see the revenue model turn in from of the business. So really, with these 10 baggers, don't look too much, I think, on the price action. Believe in the story, and this is how they move. I mean, I've said this before years and years ago when we're trading things like Fortescue in the early days. This is how they can go. They can go from 20 cents to 5 cents to 50 cents back to 25 cents. The only ones that really make the money and buy these sort of ones at 10 cents and 15 cents and hold them to $1 or $2, you've got to believe in the story. And we do believe in the story of Buddy, and we think it's excellent, as we do with CM8. Again, a great little company, growing its earnings, and this one does have revenue, which really should, I think, support the share price a little bit more than it has recently. But again, it's paying off its debt by 350,000 euros a month. Within 18-19 months, it's not going to have any, hopefully not going to have any debt or little debt. making 14 million a year. It's not going to be trading at a 29 million market cap. So it's just time and patience. Follow the story, and sort of don't obviously lose faith, because all these 95% of all these 10 baggers we're putting out, are performing. They're performing. Even MIGME, that 3-year growth story that hasn't traded really well, is performing. It's growing and growing. It's growing and growing its user base. So they're all great stories, and just like I think you see all the stocks that do really well for us, like the Alexiums, the Ziptels, and the ones that we have made an absolute fortune with. They just need obviously a little bit of time before they get going. One stock I think in the 3-year growth section, which obviously looked for me pretty impressive, was NVL today. Again, great price action on the chart. We did say, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, it's starting to move. The chart patterns are starting to get there, and again had a great report the other day. And I must say, I'm not sort of all those 3-year growth stories, generally speaking, had a fantastic reporting season, and it has been a hard reporting season. There's been a lot of volatility out there, a lot of nerves, a lot of huge selling and up and down. But I think the important thing is just keeping our nerve over this reporting season, and not losing sight that we're in great stories, good stories, growing their earnings, growing their revenue. As long as, like we said, the business model doesn't change, we're just going to be holding these stories. Anyway, hopefully FXL is a good little money winner for us in the next few days, and hopefully that FPH and GHC will move up sooner than later, and Vocus will recover, so we can start making some money with those trends. Like I said, we are being a little bit careful what we're putting out, and just when I think we feel the market's ready to go again, we'll start obviously heating up with some more trends. Anyway, thank you for listening to Equity Story, and have a great evening. Thank you. Good night.